Welcome back to the Madison Research Essentials Toolkit. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about this general education information literacy learning outcome: employ appropriate technologies to create an information-based product. When you locate and find information for your classes, you will have to put them into the form directed by the type of assignment you've been given. But sometimes you have some latitude on how to do that, and sometimes you can and should use technologies to enhance your work. But technologies can also be used incorrectly or just really badly. What you don't want to have happen is for you to lose your meaning in a message because the reader or the audience is lost in your technology. This is probably best explained by examples of what not to do. So let's take a look at examples of technology gone wrong. We've all sat through really bad presentations. Slides that are read to us is a classic example, or when a presentation just simply isn't the best way to communicate a given message, like in this example. But slides that move too fast or too slow or don't have any meaningful order are also examples of technology misuse. It's also easy to lose your meaning in a presentation when you use too many features like here, animation, moving or flying text, or simply pick a background and then write your text in a color that your audience can't see. It's also possible to use the wrong tool for the setting. In some disciplines, it's perfectly appropriate to read a paper to an audience, but in others, it's simply not done and you'll need to speak from notes. Let's say you've been asked to give a presentation on the alternative spring break program you completed for another campus organization. Reading a paper in that setting would be silly. A presentation would be more effective because you can show images of the trip that will enhance your audience's understanding of your message. Let's take this idea a little further. Let's say for the same scenario, you decided to show a YouTube video of your trip. If you did that and nothing else, that would be an inappropriate use of technology. Why? Because you were invited to attend and give a talk. Pushing the play button on a video isn't what your audience has asked from you. They can do that by themselves. But you might show a clip from the video to help your audience understand why you showed them that particular piece. That would be using technology effectively. In research papers, stuff can go wrong too. Let's say you're writing a business plan and you've included a chart that describes your employee compensation plan. Then you go on to describe the chart in narrative form. You've used a feature of the technology incorrectly and wasted your reader's time. Another example is using words when an image might be allowed and more useful. So let's say in that same business plan, you have an idea about where you would locate your business. Inserting a map or an image of the location might be the easiest way to help the reader understand. But in some cases, images and papers are not allowed or they're discouraged. Check with your professor if you have questions about that. You might also use technology to create new information. Making images, writing surveys, and creating web pages are all examples of this type of work. Here again, you have to think about what you're trying to do with the information to make it work well. So let's say you have to give a presentation on something you'd like to change at JMU. You want to investigate increasing the amount of time in between classes. Think about how you get your information out. Would you make a web page, increase time between classes at jmu.org to see how many likes you get? No. Would you make a video of a student running to class? No. But you could create a survey of a large number of students and faculty to find out if there's a need. That would be a good use. That's an example of using technology to create information that will help you make your case. Now let's take this example one more step. Let's say you have to present the information and you have a lot of results. What's the best way to help your audience understand the results? Would you summarize them or just show selected answers? It would probably be easier on your audience if you used a charting function to create some form of a graph to help the data make sense for them. This tutorial is actually an example of this learning outcome. We need to talk to all new to JMU students. We can use these technologies to create these videos that you can view them as they are assigned or on your own schedule. No one is interested in stifling your creativity, but we have seen students who are trying really hard to do good work get lost in tools that are designed and that wind up hurting and not helping your message. Use the tools, but use them wisely. If you have questions about using any of the information forms or technology, you can use the Ask a Library button on the library's webpage.